Hello, this is Derek from Vision Norman, and sometimes I wonder if I'm like being as authentic and real as I can be because you curate things online, and YouTube channels are known for that, are known for making sure that you only see what you want to see. So that I'll take you along on the process as I'm looking and researching and making sure that I have everything to tell you. But I do want to give you a heads up. This weekend is going to be amazing. Not only amazing because the weather's going to be fantastic, but Norman is going to be a fun place to be. So if you haven't got your girlfriends or guy friends together or a couple friends, I said this weekend is a fantastic weekend to visit Norman. We have not only is it the beginning of spring break, which adults deserve spring break too. Come out and hang out. We have Second Friday tonight, so we have all the downtown district is going to be fantastic. They're going to be having live music, great food, art, and people are just going to be in a mood to like let's just hang out and do it. Also, tomorrow we have the Norman Wine and Craft Festival. This is at Craft Beer Festival. This is by Heard Events at the Cleveland County Fairgrounds. So please book your Ubers, book your Lyfts, and book your designated drivers and get them ready to go out. So this would be a fantastic weekend for you to just take a quick trip, come down here, get a hotel room, stay the weekend, hang out, party for like 48 hours, and then roll on to your spring break. We have more events than that going on, so I'll kind of keep you updated on that and let you see it. I'm going to get on and look at what's going on right now. When I first did, I got to check out all of the things that are happening over the time since I did it last time, and has been a little while because I had a little bit of a life event. My life event is that our house was hit by a tornado. So ultimately, it is still standing, which is fantastic, but it is something that we are walking through, and everybody's getting all kind of crazy because there's so much going on in my neighborhood. So that's one of those things that is just kind of wild, to be honest with you. So we just keep working through and doing it and making sure that the right things happen at the right time, and hopefully that works for us. So it should. Let's see. It is absolutely beautiful right now. I said, if you haven't been outside, it's fantastic. Yes, in our area, we hear pound, 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 which was something that we had heard before the tornado happened. Well, because we have so much growth happening in Norman on the east side, on the north side, um, a little bit on the west side. Of course, Central is keeps opening new businesses, creating new things happening. There's a lot of programming and a lot of planning coming into focus, which we also appreciate. So we're just getting a lot of things done. Don't forget the Medieval Fair comes up March 31st to April 2nd. Again, you want to plan that. That's at Reeves Park. It is going to be fantastic. So if you haven't been, it is one of the largest medieval fairs in the state. It's incredible. We bring about 100,000 people in. It's just fun, and you are transported back into medieval times, and it is an absolute blast. And we're so excited. Let's see. The Well, their programming is amazing right now. We have so much going on. It's going to be fantastic. So last time we talked about planning, and then of course a super storm hit. So that showed me what we do with planning. Sometimes you have a plan, and that's great and fantastic, but the plan changes, and like that, we have to be dynamic and move and change and do things differently. And so hopefully you have that same plan. Our city does, and we're growing. We're looking at mixed use developments. Mixed use developments in neighborhoods are really interesting. The thing that we have to always think about is, one, is the neighborhood ready to be mixed use? Meaning, oh, by the way, there's going to be a restaurant in your neighborhood. There's going to be a small grocer in your neighborhood. There's going to be other small businesses that you can walk to. That becomes more of a community centered little plaza areas for you to gather and spend time together. And community is a hugely important part of who we are. But I think we really built that community in the central part of Norman and on Campus Corner. I think we need to build it or the west side. I mean, we still need those areas in our um, so when we're building, we want to have a mixture so that we have a walkable, livable life. I did a quick drive through downtown. I need to get one set up that I have for the north side about some of the areas that are being built up at this point, where you can look at different ways of investments. I did a downtown drive. Um, I'll have to do an east side drive out by us. They started the renovation of the transportation hub. The transportation hub is going to be at like Porter and near Porter and Eufaula. It's an old bank. It will be absolutely phenomenal because it's going to be right on a corridor, which is Porter Avenue. Also, it's about 3 blocks from the train station. So somebody's going to be able to arrive by train, go to the transit hub, get on a bus, and get around the city. We need to be better about it because I want people to be able to come into the city and immediately get moved around. I think we should be able to do that with large groups. We should make sure that that happens for conferences that people are coming to stay, and all the things that we need to do to bring people in and get them moved around the city as quickly as possible to the entertainment districts, to the other districts that we will be developing in the future. So I am very excited about that. Pinocchio's is hoping to be open by the end of the month. And Pinocchio's is a legendary restaurant in Norman. It moved over to the east side. It's on like Classen and Constitution. Roughly, there's a shopping center over there. Used to be an Italian place across diagonal from Boomerang Grill by 7-Eleven. And so it's in there. It's in that shopping center with Slim Chickens. We're talking about medieval fair. It's awesome. Don't forget also to plan for the fact that we have the Norman Music Festival comes in the end of April. That is a 3-day event. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Fantastic. Our city is overrun with artists. It's fun, all genres of music. And we shut down the streets Friday and Saturday. So you have main stages and you can walk around and just eat and listen to music and have a good time and it's just fun. It is all kinds of fun. Yoga is happening at the well, which yoga is like ingrained in Norman, Oklahoma. So if you're a yoga person or yogi, trust me, this is your space. We love to be centered and have all of our experiences here, and we are a very earthy place. For example, we have a restaurant / grocery store called The Earth. It is a natural place and it's incredible. Norman Chamber of Commerce was at the state level. They were at the federal level. They've been traveling a lot, trying to get the word out as far as what we need. This week is the Norman Art Walk. Of course, it's going to be fantastic and pretty outside. 65, I think, is the temperature. The Oklahoma City is getting a Mexican consulate, which is going to be fantastic for people that are of Hispanic descent or Mexican descent, and won't have to leave the state. They'll be able to do it in the Oklahoma City metro area. Plus, it will bring a lot of people to town. So again, we need to embrace the fact that we have a large Latino culture in Norman, and it is important. All of our diverse population and who we are. It's part of the fabric of who we are. James Garner is being the extension is being constructed. It will go from the library, right next to the library, all the way to Flood. Once it hits Flood, there will be a roundabout at that point, which is going to be fascinating for people as they get used to roundabouts in the Flood James Garner area. It will add another way for people to skip Flood Avenue and come directly downtown. So I think it might loosen up Flood a little bit. So because it's pretty well traveled. So fantastic things. Lacey Joe Burgess, Ray Fordyce, and Letitia Galisi are artist grant winners. Lacey Joe I've known for quite a while. She is incredible. So if you have a chance to go check her out, please do that. Watch what she's up to and visit with her. we're going to see what they can do, their journey, and of course, they're part of our community. If you don't know, also, we have a deep seated art culture here. We are a free thinking city. It's kind of who we are, what we've been about. Whether it's our education level, our spiritual level, artistic, we are pretty free thinking. So if you have not been, if you want a free thinking, laid back way of living, amazing life to live, Norman's the place for you. We get a little intense when the students come because, of course, they're coming from all over and they bring their energy, their young energy. But then we go back to our Norman kind of like relaxed summary thing in May. So if you want to come and check out Norman in her original form, check her out in the summertime. If you want to see her with all the students and the energy, then you get to come back in the fall and the spring. And we love both. It's a great cycle. It's kind of like living in a resort town if the resort were a Division I university. So we have the opportunity to have these kids come back and bring their energy, and we love it. And that energy is going to get bigger and bigger because, of course, we're about to grow quite a bit. Birdie's Bakery is in downtown. Nikki Griggs is a family legacy baker, and she opened it downtown. It is going to be fantastic. And you got to always shop downtown, shop on Campus Corner. Noble Smoking Joe's Barbecue has walls, and they're getting doors in and steel bracings to get ready. We are so excited to have them a hop, skip, and a jump from us. Good barbecue, like 7 minutes. I said, that's fantastic. They opened the new adaptive playground at Andrews. It is fantastic and fun. Hope you have a chance to do that. The compost facility is going to be open early. They're going to open it this weekend because of all of the storm debris and stuff that happened because of the tornadoes. You still have to follow the protocol of the city of Norman to bring the compost in. And then we have rain barrels for sale, and they will have those available. We collect a lot of rainwater. Why? Because it's great for us to do that. It kind of offsets some of the water usage that we have. And we always are thinking about our lakes and rivers and streams to be better and better. The farmers market is getting ready to ramp up. They will have a preview, kind of a preview this weekend. It's their winters market. So if you want to check them out on Saturday, like I said, you can go ahead and do second Friday, get up early, go have some coffee and a great scone and everything at the farmers market tomorrow morning, then head off to the wine festival. You have yourself an amazing weekend in Norman, and it's turning green. The flowers are blooming. It's beautiful. And of course, the Norman Music Festival is coming. So the downtowners got a little heads up about all the things coming their direction, which is one reason to be downtown is the synergy and energy, and it is fantastic. So hopefully you are ready for all of that. Let me see if there's anything that I missed. Let me go back here. This recent. Of course, bed and breakfasts are available if you want to do that. We just have a lot of things happening. Weather's always an event here. We have the National Weather Service if you want to like tour that. But we also have like there's storm chasing companies. So if you think that that's something you want to do, we have storm chasing companies that do their deal and kind of come out and let you know that you can go chase. Now, obviously, there's no guarantee on the days you pick to chase, but you have the opportunity to do that. We encourage you to look at the safety record and make sure they're being responsible and also not getting in the way of those that are doing the job for the health and safety of all Oklahomans. But if you're traveling from out of state, welcome to Oklahoma. Welcome to Tornado Alley. It's an interesting tourism that we don't think about sometimes, but yes, we do have people coming from all over the world to come and chase our storms. That's right. We got the best storms. Isn't that crazy? Spring sports season is in full swing. We've got March Madness. So basketball is a big deal right now. We're working on backyard homesteading at the Cleveland County Extension Office. They're going to work on that. And then again, that'll be at the Well. That's March 25th. It's at 9 to 2:30. You can learn about all things backyard homesteading. Help you grow your food. Because, of course, the more food we can grow, the more we can share, we can guide. It'll be a lot of fun. Fun, fun, fun. Showing off all the vendors. the farmer's market. I was going to tell you, April 1st is when the summer farmers market starts. Recognize what that means, though, and I'm just going to give you a heads up because I think some getting tomatoes in the first day, they either are growing them in a hothouse or they're bringing them from somewhere else because ultimately we don't have tomatoes that are in season on day one. Um, so we will have greens at that point. So you will have a lot of things like garlic scapes, you're gonna have lettuces, you're gonna have brassicas or the fall turnips and things like that. You'll get radishes pretty quick because they're fast. Strawberries the first couple of months, and then as we start to roll into summer, the color changes. It's like a painting. Starts out all green with a little splash of red. Then we start to get all the other vegetables in. You start to get the yellows of the squash. You get the melons that are coming in. You get blueberries and blackberries. And so then we start to change the colors. And as the summer gets more and more to full swing, then we get carrots of all colors. And then we start to see tomatoes from heirloom purples to red ones to yellow ones to cherry tomatoes, and it just goes on and on. So as the colors change, is you need to eat those colors. So that's fantastic. We have amazing beef producers that are producing all year long, and they're local. You know where they grow, where the animal's been raised, probably where it's been butchered. I mean, you know the history of that animal. That is fantastic. We have great pork producers, lamb producers, goat producers, all those things coming to the market. It is just something that I think is important that we buy local, shop local, and we celebrate local, but we also then share our local with everyone because I think that's important. Because the more that we share it, the more that we build it, the more that everyone's coming to Norman, and they're going to keep coming here. Why? Because when we were in the throes of everything and we had all this mess out here, guess what? Norman showed up. Norman showed up. Norman showed up to help. Norman showed up to be there. It is fantastic. It is a community like no other. I am proud to be a Normanite. I'm proud to be from Norman, Oklahoma. I'm proud of what we're building here, what we're doing here. And I absolutely hope that you are ready to book a trip, come and visit us. Summertime like Thunderbird's open. It's fantastic. The park is open. Just things are happening. We have great hiking and biking. We're working on accessibility. We got construction. We will have construction. Why? Because guess what? We're growing. Our university is going to be adding a lot of facilities because they're moving to the SEC. So we're going to see a lot of construction on campus. It's just a fascinating place. We do everything. Our region is getting better because we are better. So we love that Noble's growing. We love that Little Ox is growing. We love that our country, rural areas are growing. They are growing. And I said they're growing. They're building their small homesteads, and we're seeing more and more of that happen. And hopefully they can do that, grow some fruit and vegetables, maybe sell at our farmers market and continue to grow that. We're always in this experience. We get to listen to great musicians. Why? Because we have fantastic artists in Norman. Paint, sculpture, glass, coffee, wine, you name it. They do all these things. Our artisans, bread. I mean, it's all these things. If you're creative, we have a space for you. We have a place for you. We have galleries for you. We have support for you with the Norman Arts Council. I mean, we have a showcase every month with Second Friday for you to showcase your work and really just bring those people together, connect with one another, embrace one another, say hello to our neighbors, and really just build that community over and over and over so that we always remember that we are all one Norman. So thank you and have a great weekend. Put pictures on here. Show me, tag me. Let me see all that you're doing. Show me the great things that you're doing in Norman, Oklahoma. Have a great weekend. See you soon.